Hi my beautiful Saggies, and welcome to my channel. This is going to be your July the 3rd until the 10th. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. So for this month I will be doing a giveaway, and I will be doing, it's my 6-month anniversary on YouTube. So I'm going to be giving away the Romance Angels Oracle deck. So if you're interested in this deck, you can either subscribe to this channel, or in the description box below you'll see a link to my Instagram or Facebook, and you can follow me there. For all of you who are interested in purchasing a personal reading to do a one-on-one with me based on your own personal situation and energies, then all my information for that will be below. I'm going to start off with your tarot now. All right. Sagittarius, what can we get for you guys this week? See the 6 of Cups. There could be a reconciliation coming for some of you. Some of you may be running into an old soulmate. Some of you, just seeing this person will light up some old passionate memories between the two of you guys. I'm sensing things will go, you know, they will feel like you have been with this person the whole time, even though you've been separated from them the second you see them again. All the feelings will come flooding back. You could be dealing with a Leo. You have the Strength card here. Oh, this sucks. What is going on? So some of you could be dealing with the Leo. You know, this is having the courage to overcome obstacles that are in your way. This could be, you know, finally coming back with somebody and having the courage to overcome the obstacles that were in your way in the past. You know, those obstacles could be completely removed, or it could just be that the two of you guys have grown as people, and now, you know that things will bring you ultimately together instead of separate the two of you guys. You guys have grown into, you know, better people, in many, many ways because of the time, you know, and the things that you've been through, the lessons that you learned from that relationship. For some of you, this could even be just learning the lessons, and maybe it hasn't been that long, but I do see, you know, you guys are ultimately coming together. This is definitely a healing energy. Some of you, this is, you know, having closure with somebody from your past, somebody that you never had closure with. You're finally going to get closure with this person, and it doesn't necessarily mean that you guys are going to get back together, but it could just mean that you got that closure that you've always wanted with this person. There's a decision that you need to make, except that you feel like you're stuck, like you don't have the choice to make the decision. You're not realizing that your life is in your hands. Your destiny is in your hands. You create your future. You create your life, right? So all of these fears, whatever it is that's holding you up, that's making you feel tied, that's making you feel like you can't move, making you feel like there's a heavy spot in your chest, making you feel like you can't breathe properly, you can't even think about it because it's just too overwhelming for you. You need to go into a meditative state. You need to trust your intuition. Allow your intuition to make this choice. Don't use, you know, your mind so much. If your mind is making you feel confused about the situation, you need to let go of that in order to make this decision, because I really feel like your intuition with the Two of Swords here is really what's going to help you to make this choice that you need to make. Know that all of the fear is just within you. It's like you could be, you know, concerned about reaching out to this person because you feel like they never want to talk to you again, or, you know, whatever the situation is, but it's really just all in your head. I did see a reconciliation, so if that's the case, you know, don't worry about that. What is worse than not knowing? You know, if you don't make a move because you're unsure of what's going to happen, you're never going to know what's going to happen. You know, what's the worst that you could, what's the worst that can happen? As long as you do it, then you at least know you tried. But if you don't try, then you're going to regret that, is what I'm sensing here. All right, my beautiful Saggies. The 3 of Pentacles. Some of you may be purchasing your first house. This could be with your partner or just separately, and you are having a little bit of, you could definitely be dealing with a Leo. I have Gemini or Cancer here as well. Leo's coming out really strong, but some of you have fear that if you put in the work, you're unsure as to if you guys are going to be struggling or if it's going to be happy. If you give this person another chance, are you guys going to be happy? Is this going to lead to ultimate happiness? Or is it just going to be the same way around, the same way that things have been before? Ultimately here with the Sun coming after and the Queen of Cups, you know, trust your intuition. Your intuition is so strong right now. I feel like you are scared that you are such a loving and kind person that you sometimes, you know, when you fall in love, I don't want to say let people walk all over you, because that's not what I'm trying to say. It's just that you may, you know, not acknowledge certain things that are happening because you just want to keep the peace sometimes. And I feel like that's only when it comes to with soulmates for you. Any other person, you'll definitely stand your ground. But when it comes to a soulmate, you want to keep the peace. And I feel like you're worried that that may happen, right? But I do see that if you guys do start a relationship again, if you start a relationship with somebody again, the work that you put in is going to pay off. I do see this leading into something beautiful, something very happy. There is a possibility of you having a child with this person. For some of you, this whole reading could be about the fear of, you know, not being able to have a child. Some of you guys may be fearful because you've been trying and trying and planning and it just hasn't happened. And you need to release that fear. You need to know you are ultimately, you know, with the Queen of Cups here, she's like the mother, right? So this is definitely, with the Queen of Cups coming after the Sun, you know, this is knowing that you are meant to have a child. You will have a child. It is all about timing here, right? So if some of you are concerned because you've been trying for a very long time and you haven't gotten pregnant, I would definitely say, you know, just don't put in any of that energy of worry. You have to release those fears. The fears are just in your mind, but when they're in your mind, they're in your subconscious, and your subconscious is so powerful. So you have to try to release those fears. Maybe do some subconscious blockage removal meditations or whatever it is that you feel will help to remove those obstacles. I also feel here that, so if this is you getting back into a relationship and putting the energy back in with somebody, it will lead to happiness. You will be very happy with this person. There's chance for marriage. I see happy marriage here. I see children. This is saying that you guys are going to grow together. You know, with the sunflowers and the sun card, it's all about illumination. It's all about growth. It's all about transformational periods. This is a time of growth for you guys, where you guys are gonna, you know, you guys have grown separately, but now it's time for the two of you guys to grow together. All right, Sagittarius. We have the Seven of Cups and the Lovers, Gemini. I thought the Lovers was out earlier, but I think it ended up being the Sun. So the Lovers and the Seven of Cups. So you could be worried because you are dealing with, so you could be dealing with a Gemini, you could be dealing with a Leo. Seven of Cups is Scorpio. I have Cancer here as well, but you could be worried that the person that you're dealing with has a choice to make, or somebody has a choice to make here. So that could be why you're worried, why you're afraid, because this is the one that this is the one that you think is the one that you're going to be with for a long time. This is what you feel for this person. This is what you feel is going to happen, what you feel is meant to be, but you're worried because this person has a choice to make. This person could be married, or this person could just be somebody that is dating other people, but you're wanting it to be serious. But I do see that there is somebody who is, you know, I wouldn't say a player, because I feel like this is somebody that is single. But, you know, it's different for everybody, but it could be somebody that is just, you know, looking at their options, very caught up in illusions, very caught up on what's on the outside of people, and not really, you know, caring about what's on the inside until, you know, that beautiful person, which is probably you, who has everything that they need on the inside and on the outside, is gone, and then they're going to realize, right? So you could be worried because this person is just caught up in all these things, but, you know, not really focusing on what's actually the heart of the matter, which is you, because there is somebody that needs to make a choice, whether this is you or the person you're dealing with. There is a choice that needs to be made here. There is strong soulmate energy here, and also divine guidance here. So I would say, you know, you can you don't have to worry too much, because your angels are guiding you towards what is meant for you. So whether it's this person or whether it's not, know that your angels will guide you in the right way. Know that you can trust your intuition. Know that you can trust your heart, because the answers are all within you. But if you do need, you can also go to a friend, make sure that you're not keeping this all in. If you need to talk to somebody, make sure you're talking with them, because sometimes an outside opinion can help us so much. And sometimes I know we want to do everything ourselves, but sometimes, you would be so surprised as to how much, one little outside opinion, like even a reading. Sometimes when you listen to readings, you just hear one thing and it makes you realize, it makes you clue in so many other things, right? So it's like, maybe it could be a reading for you, like whatever it is, but like that was just an example. So, you could be talking to your friend about something and then they tell you one thing and it makes a million other things like ultimately piece together and make sense for you. So if you need to go towards a friend or to somebody else to talk about this, or even the person you're dealing with, right? Because that's what we forget. The most important thing, we talk to everybody but the one that we're with. We always have to talk to this person, because, it is very, very helpful, very beneficial. And if there's no open lines of communication, then it's going to be really hard to have that relationship develop in the long run anyways, right? So make sure that there is open lines of communication and that you can go to this person. But yeah, so that's what I see. There's an ultimate decision here, an ultimate choice about whether or not you're going to be with your soulmate and have that happy ending, or whether or not, your soulmate is going to make another choice and move towards somebody else. But either way, I do see that you are going to be happy. You are going to be led towards your happiness, right? It's just that if you have a strong soulmate feeling for somebody, but they can't reciprocate it at this time, going into that relationship anyways is just going to lead you into, feeling hurt and feeling regret over taking that choice, right? Why wouldn't you just work on yourself, and when they're ready, they can come back? Or if that's not even an option, then somebody else will come for you when the time is right. So yeah, you guys, strength came out in the beginning. I know you guys can handle anything, but if you do need me and you do want a personal reading, or you just want to talk or whatever, all my information is down below. I hope you guys have a wonderful week, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye, my loves.